Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So if you're new to the channel, I started this channel to document our 2022 I guess budget journey and our debt payoff journey. So we started this year with, I think it was just short of $25,000 worth of debt, and we've come a long way already so far, and we're only in April. We were hoping to try and get all of that debt paid down this year, and at this stage, you know, we're well and truly on track to hopefully, you know, get really close to doing that. To recap, we're a family of 5 living in Australia. We're in South Australia. It's myself, my partner, and our 3 children. We've got a school-age child, one at childcare, she's like pre-kindy, and I guess newbornish baby. He's growing up very quick though, and there were a few tears the other night by me about the fact that he's growing up really quickly. He got his first tooth, came through on Good Friday, and he's only 4 months old, so he needs to just like slow his roll and remember that he is a baby, even though I tell him he's a big boy all the time. So I haven't been on just because it's been a bit chaotic, obviously, with public holidays, and now we're on school holidays, so the kids are home, a bit more chaotic as well. I'm sort of back to work a bit more now too. But I thought, let's jump on today because I haven't closed out any of my April weeks. So I thought I'll come on, and for all the new people who perhaps haven't seen me do one of these yet, I thought I'd show you how I do it. So I'll just check that everything, I'll try and zoom in a little bit, but I don't want to lose sort of what we're looking at. It's a bit awkward the way the camera is. So what I do is I don't use this page as a cash envelope breakdown system because I don't get that much money out. I don't need it. I always get it out at the ATM, so I can't pick my notes. I can only get 20s or 50s, so I don't use that page for its intended purpose. What I do is I close out each week, put in the totals there of each category, and then I do not use the expense tracker. I close my whole month out using these, and I've found that's worked really well for me. So I've got my different categories. What I usually do then is I come through here and highlight anything that is, you know, whatever category it is gets highlighted in their respective colors. With my highlighters, all I did was, just make sure you can see this, I just bought ones. I bought a couple from Kmart, and then they didn't have any more of them, so I had to go to my office shop here and buy some more. So that's why they're different varieties. I don't have a label maker at home, but I wanted to identify what each highlighter was. I actually just wrote on them in permanent marker, and it's not so permanent because it's coming off on some of them. There was a Sharpie permanent marker, so I don't know. I guess the lids get well and truly used, but that's all I did so that I wasn't outlaying unnecessary money, you know, to simply highlight my, label my highlighters, because easily could spend, you know, $50 on a label maker, and then, you know, the tape is just an ongoing expense. So that's why I labeled mine the way I did. I was debating whether I should have highlighted these before I jumped on, but we'll just see how we go. Hopefully it won't go too long, and we'll make a decision once we see how long this sort of takes us as to whether I'll do the next week as well. I don't have like a nice pot or anything that I can keep my highlighters in, so it's just sort of like in and out here on my little pencil case that I've got. Oh, shiz, kids. So I hope everyone had a fantastic Easter. We didn't get up to much at all. We had some plans though of what we wanted to get done this long weekend. My partner has started that new job, so we didn't want to go away because put the caravan on a different insurance now, so it's a bit cheaper, but then we have to pay like more if we choose to use it. So we didn't want to go away anywhere. Potentially if we did, the people we would have gone with, they had caught COVID the week prior, so that's sort of, you know, we weren't going away anywhere. What we actually spent our weekend doing then was our two eldest children had separate bedrooms, and our eldest had a bunk bed, so a double bed down the bottom, a single bed up the top. We actually moved that out of the bedroom it was in, and we thought it would be like an easy job. It wasn't. It took all day on Saturday. We immediately regretted our decision once we got started, but once it was done, like, thank God it was done, and we've moved the two eldest children into one bedroom. The baby is going to stay in with us, and we use that spare bedroom now as a toy room. Just having the two older kids, they love to play together, but they, like, it's just loud. We have a small house, like, it's just loud, it's a lot. It's really nice to have somewhere they can go to play and, you know, be noisy if they want to be noisy. Excuse me. So they can just go off and be kids. Oh man, it's this bird cage. Must be time for it to, well, I sneeze every time I'm sitting by it, so that's not right. Oh yes it is, sorry. I sneeze every time I'm by it, but I think it's well and truly due for a clean out. It's our eldest child's budgie, but who gets stuck cleaning out the cage? Mum. Standard, isn't it? Now, if you've watched previously, you would know usually our food budget for a week is $150. I knew we needed to get like nappies and cat food and dog food. We've got 3 pets. I knew we needed all of that stuff, so I actually upped it because I didn't want us to be going, you know, into the month running like scarce on food. You know, we're already seeing here the food prices going up, so our kids like to eat Nutri-Grain, and the box from Aldi, it was always like $5 something, it's now $6. So like that's the first one that I visually saw and noticed straight up that it's more expensive. But I have been noticing the shops are encroaching, getting more and more closer to that $150 each week. You know, really trying to avoid overspending, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I've made the decision that we're going to sort of up it from, I think, May. We'll start that for the rest of this month. We'll just see how we sort of go with it. So you can see here the total of all of those matches my total income. That's what I balance it out to for the week. Balance, done, I'm happy. I don't look into it any more than that. And it gives me still all my, like, you know, savings figures, my debt figures, all of those extra things. I could break down here if I wanted to a bit more in depth of what each thing was, but you can see it there. So let's have a quick look. This is only a small page, so we definitely should have time to do this. I put my mortgage under home utilities. I originally had it in debt, but the mortgage, it isn't what we're focused on this year for our debt journey, so I took it out. I think it was only in there for January. I had watched some other YouTube channels and just like opened my mind to different thinking. So I actually, I changed it over to home utilities because, well, one, we wouldn't have home utilities if we didn't have the mortgage. So we did really good with our Easter budget. We were well and truly under, and I reckon I actually had some money left over. So that's really good. And fuel as well, we're doing really good. We've got a lot of money on, we actually have one bank card that's dedicated for fuel because we purchase all of our fuel, via the ShopBack app. And what that does, and because our local petrol station is a Ampol, Caltex Ampol, that is actually on this ShopBack app. So each time we go, we buy a gift card on ShopBack, and we get, I think, 3% back. So if we buy a $100 gift card, you get money back into your ShopBack account. So mine's currently sitting at I think $60. They had a big sale on over the Easter long weekend. I actually bought some things for the baby. This is growing like a weed. So they had bonds on there, had a $20 voucher if you spent over $80, and then they had, I think, I want to say 20% cash back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. School holidays, all the kids are home, and trying to get the middle one down for a nap because she was grumpy. So that was the older one coming out and telling me about the shenanigans that are happening down there. And so I can't, I think we were talking about the ShopBack. Yeah, so the bonds, they had a really good sale on, so I picked up some stuff for the baby, and I got the $20 off if I spent over $80, and then I got $20 back on the ShopBack. So that will bring my ShopBack total now to about, I reckon it'll be just over $80. So I'm almost at a point where I can buy like a $100 fuel voucher from my ShopBack money. You can also cash the money out. So if you do like online purchasing, all my kids, I get their clothes from, you know, like Cotton On Kids. I find we use our dryer a lot. A lot of other brands don't last. Going to like Kmart, you can't run those clothes through the dryer. They always shrink. So Cotton On, it just seems to be for us the best value in how we obviously wash and look after our clothes, with the kids, you know, going to childcare and that sort of thing. So here we go, we've balanced again. So it's just a quick way as well for me to see, you know, where we're spending our money. We don't really like our fun. That was because the Easter, obviously, there's always, when something is a bit higher that usually doesn't have anything in there, like the fun's always usually quite low, excuse me, there's always a reason for it. So I feel like, you know, at this stage in our budget journey, we don't have a overspending problem in any of our areas, which I'm really, you know, we've worked hard over the last few years really to cut down. Moving last year in, I think it was September we started, I was extremely pregnant, and we moved over to a cash wallet system, basically for everything other than like these sort of bills. We did that for a month, and it was a real eye-opener when we had all this money sitting in this cash wallet that we had, that really we stopped and we went, what the heck were we doing with our money? So I found for us personally, that was a really good way to start, was doing a cash wallet system. I'm waiting for a delivery to come, and the mailman has just pulled up out the front. So on that note, I'm going to leave this video here. I'm super excited to go see which one of my deliveries he's got, because I've done a lot of online shopping recently with things for the kids, so back to school stuff and all of that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.